this time at our nation's capital on this Friday night. Come Inauguration Day, January 20th, there will be a new occupant at the White House. President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet is starting to take shape. About 90 minutes ago, he announced Karoline Leavitt as press secretary.
Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell joining us now with the latest developments from Washington. Josh.
That's right. Well, more announcements today. We're also learning that J.D. Vance, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance, he has been working the phones with senators to gauge their support of one of Trump's picks, former Congressman Matt Gaetz. There's debate over whether to release the findings from a bipartisan investigation into Gaetz. President-elect Trump announcing Karoline Leavitt will serve as his White House press secretary. This as there's new questions and concerns about some of his cabinet selections. Thursday night at Mar-a-Lago, Trump defended his pick for Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
I guess if you like health and if you like people that live a long time, it's the most important position.
Kennedy has pushed a number of debunked conspiracy theories, including saying childhood vaccines cause autism. The fraudulent study introducing that concept was retracted in 2010.
He wants to make people healthy. It's driven him pretty wild over the last number of years.
Democrats criticizing Trump's pick for HHS, some Republicans as well. Trump's former Vice President Mike Pence calling out Kennedy's changing positions on abortion, saying, "I believe the nomination of RFK Jr. to serve as Secretary of HHS is an abrupt departure from the pro-life record of our administration and should be deeply concerning to millions of pro-life Americans who have supported the Republican Party and our nominees for decades. I respectfully urge Senate Republicans to reject this nomination and give the American people a leader who will respect the sanctity of life as Secretary of Health and Human Services." This as members of both parties continue to cast doubt on the ability of Trump's pick for Attorney General Matt Gaetz to get confirmed. House Speaker Mike Johnson saying he doesn't think the House Ethics Committee report on Gaetz should be released to the Senate.
I believe it is very important to maintain the House's tradition of not issuing ethics reports on people who are no longer members of Congress. I think it would open the Pandora's box.
Gaetz resigned from Congress after being nominated for AG, automatically closing the Bipartisan Ethics Committee's probe. He was being investigated for alleged sexual misconduct and illicit drug use, allegations Gaetz denies.
I think it's essential for them to get that kind of information before they make a decision of this magnitude.
Also, more announcements Friday. Trump picking North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum for Interior Secretary and campaign spokesman who also worked for the UFC, Stephen Chung, to be his communications director. Also news coming out that Trump's pick for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was part of an investigation into an alleged sexual assault back in 2017 in Monterey, California. No charges were filed. Mark and Giovanna.
And Josh, was Trump's team aware of this incident with Hegseth?
Actually, no. ABC News has learned that Trump's team was made aware of the investigation after Trump picked Hegseth. We've also learned that Trump's team has bypassed some of the traditional FBI background checks that normally cabinet picks will go through. Instead, they're using private companies. We don't know if this is how Hegseth was vetted, but apparently Trump and his allies believe that the FBI background checks are too slow and have issues.
Okay, well, probably would have caught that. All right, Josh, thank you very much.